Okay, so you may not be getting this live stream live, but I'm sure anyone looking at this will be looking at it probably as a recording. Either way, we're going to pretend it's all live, good to go. It's going to be Aspen versus Vail here in the rodeo rink in Eagle County Fairgrounds. And hopefully my microphone's recording properly and everything's working, but if not, this is going to be a silent broadcast. We're going to pretend everything's working in live stream anyway, as the Weinreich line's going to start this game, and that is back to Nolan Rizet, who sends it deep, and he has Coles at right D with him as a good forecheck there from Ryder. Back to Coles, so just can't quite get a hold of it, but Rizet turning, looking up, sending it through the neutral zone up to Boyd, who has the puck and is working it over to Weinreich. Picked up by Ryder and kind of fanned on, and then the puck broken out to the wing by Aspen. Now they're coming through the center, down against Coles and Rizet, 2-on-2. That shot kind of bounced on the shooter, and Rizet backhands it around behind his net to Coles. Coles looking to break it out. Nice pass up to Weinreich. Carries it through the neutral zone, crosses a red line, entering the zone. Boyd stays on side, and now Weinreich sends it deep for Boyd to forecheck while the rest of the team gets their shift change. Aspen working the puck down deep. Good pressure there from Cruz January. Out there now with Bastien and Calvin Chopko. On D there, shooting it and deflected wide is good shot from Bates Gorbold. Out there with Siri Roman at right D. Picked up in the corner and centered by Chopko, but out it comes again. Aspen through the neutral zone. Backhanded pass. Picked up and cleared away by Bates Gorbold. Up to Cruz January, working it down the wing. Looking for the centering, can't quite get a hold of it. Shields it nicely in the corner there. Sends it around to Chopko, gets it blocked, deflected behind the net. And wraparound try is blocked from Bastien. Big shot there from Rizet is fanned on, and here goes Nas Sucic, gets a poke on it and sends him wide, and a little bit of a push from behind. Chopko did a good job staying on his feet there. Pressure from Bastien and company, rebound, shot is scored. And so as we were dealing with microphone issues, I didn't get a chance to announce our goaltenders. In goal for Vail is Silas January, and in goal for Aspen, if you remember the last time we played them, was Baxter Roman, and this time I think it's the goaltender for Steamboat. Really good team that just beat Summit 6-1 is I think that's going to be Wyatt Gertie. And now here comes Garvey down the right-hand side. Garvey sends it in, blocked and saved by Gertie. And now Cole's on D with Bates helping him out. Nice poke check away there. Picked up by Bankert. Bankert with speed, taking it through the neutral zone. Enters the zone, has Denton with him. Shot low to the corner. A good shot, good save by Gertie. And out it comes. Bates sending it deep, picked up. Nope. Now here comes Aspen on a breakaway. Can Bates catch him? Good speed from Bates Gorbold and forces that shot wide. Silas January gloves it down. And I should mention, with the early goal, it's 1-0 Aspen in the first period of the second game of the Vail Mountaineer Sportsmanship Tournament. The last time these two met was in the Aspen Face-Off Championships. They played twice that weekend. On that very first game of the year against Aspen, Aspen went up 2-0 early on, and Vail came back up to win. They gave up another goal early here. It's still 1-0 in favor of Aspen, as you have the Weinreich line out there as Boyd works it up the side. Picked up by Rizet, poke checked away. Rizet up, trying to get it to Weinreich. Sends it to himself, but it's flipped up into the neutral zone. High stick and clear. Rosé up to Boyd. He tries to chip it into the zone, but it's knocked right back out. Rosé tries it again, sends it deep. You're going to send that forecheck in with Ryder Board leading the way. Ryder is the F1. Weinreich is the F2. Boyd is the F3. And now they'll switch that. Boyd's now the F1. And out it comes. Kept in nicely by Ryder, but here they come the other way. Pushing them outside. As Weinreich goes in there. Hacks away into the corner. Nice little outlet pass to Ryder. Ryder bounces it up. Boyd's going for a change. Not sprinting after that puck as one does at the end of their shift, right? You got to know when you're out of gas. Here comes Aspen the other way. Quick stick handling there from their number 29. Bastien now trying to get it out. Bates Gorbold with it, looking for the cross-ice pass. We saw that last game that can be a little bit dangerous. Good hustle there by Calvin Chopko to wrestle that puck away and send it deep. Bastien now. Aspen breaking out through the neutral zone. Roman and Coles on D. Help and support. Picked up there by Cruz January. Aspen with the pass through that gets tipped into our zone. Picked up by Roman on her backhand. Getting speed around the net. She likes to get that speed up and race up ice, but gets it poke chucked away early on. Here comes Aspen on the turnover. Blocked by Coles. Coles now with it on his backhand. Has Denton with him. Crosses the red line, enters the zone. Good poke check away by Aspen. And that puck goes deep into their zone in the corner. They're going to try and break it out. They do. They're coming across the red line. 3 players collapsing on that Aspen player. Roman comes away with the puck, has lots of time, banks it off the boards, waiting for Denton to pick it up. Denton, hard to do off those boards. For those wingers, does a good job getting it to Bankert. Bankert with some speed through the legs, trying to get it toward the net and can't quite get a hold of it. Collects his own pass there. Oh, and it's tipped away and into the neutral zone. And sent all the way down for an icing by Aspen. This rodeo rink ice is different. It's given the timeline of building this tent, putting this all up in a short period of time, painting our own lines. The Vail Recreation District staff did an incredible job getting this open, as well as everybody else who contributed to this. But what we have is kind of an unfinished sheet of ice. It's a little bit hard and crusty out there. You do get some bunts and divots and that kind of a thing. And there's another turnover, big collision, and Rosé is back to make the play. Shot is just wide. Picked up by Boyd. Boyd looking, nice, good shielding by Boyd. He's still got it. He's going to skate with it as Weinreich is covered. And it gets it poke checked away. Looks like he gathered it up again and got it to Weinreich. Weinreich working it in the corner. Good shielding by Weinreich. Pass back to Rosé. Rosé with the shot. Is it just wide? Good step up there by Nasucic to get involved in the play. Picked up there by Ryder. Ryder can't quite get to it. Boyd's going to come help out along the boards, but it comes all the way down for another icing. So we're all getting used to this new arena. It's like trying to figure out where we're going to film from and making sure we dress appropriately because it's super. Wow, that kid can really scream. You probably couldn't hear that, but we could. Hopefully this microphone blocked most of that out. Oh my God. All right, that is a nice win of the face-off. Coles ends up with it. Big high shot, deflected down by Gertie. And then you've got Bastien and Chopko. Now January, kind of getting untangled from the defender and getting into the corner. Aspen working hard along the boards to shut down Vail's excellent passing game. We saw that against Steamboat. You disrupt Vail's passing game and they can get a little discombobulated. Here comes Wes Bastien with a shot that's deflected wide. Chopko's going to send it back deep. Picked up by Bastien and centered, but it's going to come all the way out for Bates Gorbold. He's going to pick it up in his own zone. He's got time. He's going to pick his head up, looking for that outlet pass. Bounces it off the boards all the way to Cruz January. who enters the zone with it, but just a little bit late as Bastien crossed the blue line before the puck, and that is offsides. 5:36-ish run time in the first period. 1-0 Aspen. Vail needs this win if they're going to be competitive in their home tournament. This is the Bankert line with Rizet and Sawyer Roman back there on D. Roman picks it up. Is looking, their head up, comes around that net. She might have a lane to skate here. She does. She's got speed. She likes to do this. She can score. Coming out wide with the puck, looking to end with a good play. Good stop, turn, shielding. Still working that puck around is Roman. She's still got it. Digging hard against the boards. Aspen gets a piece of it, but good pressure there from Denton. And it'll come all the way around. Rizet gets there in time. Backhands it into the net. Or behind the net. Roman. Sorry. That is Denton. Aspen can't quite get their breakout going. Good pressure and forecheck from this line. Coming away with it's Denton. Out in front's Garvey. Garvey picks it up. Now he's wheeling behind the net. Centering to Bankert. Bankert stands strong against that hit. Still has the puck. Skates away with it. Looking, trying to send it back deep. Trying to cycle it. Keeping it in the zone, but Aspen sends it all the way down again for an icing. Sometimes those icings are indicative of something. Usually it's when there's high pressure on a team and they're trying to get it out, and they can't really get a pass away. And they either have an errant pass or they're just clearing it down the ice so they can get a change. And Vail's definitely putting some pressure on. We've got to turn that into goals. Haven't been a ton of shots on net lately from either team. And Gertie is a good goalie. We just witnessed him, and a lot of us have played with him. And here comes Aspen with a potential break. Good back check there from Ryder, and Bates gets involved. Now DeVito behind the net for Aspen. Centering is cleared away nicely by Sucic. Little help there from Ryder and Weinreich. And Weinreich now, as it comes into the neutral zone, putting pressure on Boyd, about to intercept it. He does. Boyd on a breakaway. He's coming down on Gertie. Goes right, goes left, and somehow it's saved. It was a good move by Boyd. Good read of the play. He intercepted that pass. That's what you want to see. And he faked right, went left. Looked like he had the goaltender beat, but in the blink of an eye, Steamboat's goalie makes the save for Aspen. You know, it's like an old tradition that we lend each other players. I feel like we've been doing that for as long as this program's been around, which is 50 years. Believe it or not, that Vail Mountaineer hockey's been around. I feel like we're always lending players to Aspen. Sometimes I don't like it when they play well against us. Oh no, here comes Aspen the other way. Trying to get back is Rizet. Big time play from Loden Coles to step in there. Gets a stick blown away like it was shot out of a cannon. Coles made the defensive play, and here comes Weinreich the other way. Weinreich, a 3 to beat shot. Gloved. Good shot. It was low and to the corner, but Gertie again. Both Boyd and Weinreich had good shots, but both of them are stopped, and it's still 1-0. Lots of end-to-end action in this one so far. Exciting game. Vail 0-1 after a loss this morning to Steamboat in the tournament. Definitely wants to get a W today. And come out of this Friday 1-1 if possible. Aspen driving through the neutral zone. Good stop there by Bastien, who was stepping in playing defense. He can do that. He's played the position before. Roman stops, cuts behind her own net, looking to clear it up. Gets it up to Sucic. Sucic, and then sent all the way down sort of accidentally by Chopko. So it'll come back here for a come back to our zone for a face-off.
Good to see you. It's been a while. I know.
This will be Bastien's line. Bastien at center. Chopko at right. January at left. Played there. Carried out by Bastien. Bastien getting across the red line. Barely on sides there is January's, but Aspen gets it and bounces it out the other way. Rowan's going to use that speed to get that puck. Stop, turn, looking up, sends it forward, still in the zone. Cleared out, no. Blocked again by Aspen, like a ping pong game over there. Still bouncing, still in the zone. Now it's not cleared out. Boy, lots of close ones, but here comes Nash Sucic. He's going to bank it off the boards to January. Tried the stick lift, but does come away with it. Nice reception by Bastien. Oh, but he couldn't quite get around, and then he accidentally tapped the skate. 14 seconds, and Gertie freezing that puck will probably put an end to this first period here. Good play all around, but it's Aspen 1-0 after one. Oh, he wouldn't do it. I know. Starting side conversations over here, remembering the great glory years, all the decades of great hockey we've had here in Vail with the Denton family. They've got Sage out there who sends it across the line for a whistle, and we'll be able to regroup here. So Bankert there at center, Sage Denton at left, Dylan Garvey at right. And you see Bates there who has Loden Cowles out there with him. D picked up by Dylan Garvey. Garvey, another save, and a rebound's in. Can you give half a goal each to both those boys? I mean, that was a great play. I feel like Bankert's going to get the credit, but boy, Denton was right there too, and nice play by Garvey to intercept that puck. Got a shot on net. Gertie made the save, but the rebound was right there, and they powered that thing into the upper right-hand corner of the net. So a nice goal to even it up 1-1, 3:59 here, run time in the second period. And this is a game, a really fun game. Roman over to Rosé, and then over to Boyd, who sends it deep. Boyd, like Denton, a second-generation Mountaineer. And around it comes. Boyd's going to get involved in there. You can see a Slifer Smith and Frampton sticker on his helmet. We are sponsored now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Slifer Smith and Frampton. Passes back to Weinreich. We love all our realtors for all the companies they work for, no matter what it may be. I have to say that because we have so many in the crowd here around me. There's Boyd sending it deep. Weinreich's picking it up. Weinreich looking, waiting, finding time, goes to the point. Picked up by Rosé, who sends it right back down. And once Vail starts moving this puck around, they get dangerous. Weinreich to Boyd, but he loses a handle on it, and here comes Aspen the other way. Roman is back. Sent all the way back around to Rosé. Kicking it forward, gets it up to Ryder Board. Oh, nice play by Aspen there. Boyd gets a stick on it, and then it's banked out. Another D-to-D pass there in the neutral zone. Aspen trying to get it into the zone. Can't quite. Picked up by Rizane, gotten up to Ryder. I think just wants to get his shift. They're just trying to get enough control of it that they can get a shift, and unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, the icing will complete that for us so that the Bastien line can get out there in full. That is Bastien at center. Cruz January at left, and Calvin Chopko at right. On defense, we've got Nasucic and Loden Coles, I believe. Yep. Shot saved by Silas January. Shots are 6-6 or 6-7, something like that. So it's an evenly matched game in terms of shots and score. Two good goaltenders on either side of the ice. Lots of skilled players. The team to beat in this tournament does appear to be Steamboat right now. But to get another bite at that apple, we're going to have a positive outcome today. Here comes Chopko down the side. He shoots. Good shot. Gloved again by Gertie. And that was another one of those low shots just over the pad. That's what they train you to do. Just get it right at the shin level over the goaltender's pad. As he goes down into that butterfly stance, you can often sneak it past him. But Gertie's been using that big red glove of his to shut him down. So the Bankert line comes out next. Bankert on the center. Gets it back to Rizé. Rizé, big shot. Save, rebound. And nice play there by Dylan Garvey, and he centers it to Denton. Can't quite finish. Garvey still trying to keep it in. Denton, no. Out to the neutral zone. Bates Gourbold looking to flip it forward. Intercepted. Picked off again by Bankert. And who's going to come away with it this time as Rizé sends it up to Garvey. Garvey still keeping it in. Now Bankert somehow coming away with it. And up and out it goes. All the way down now. Picked up by Bates Gourbold. Works it behind the net. Sent around. Bankert. Bankert skating. He's got Denton with him. Down the outside. Pass over to Denton. Denton off the side of the post. Almost right in the corner. Boyd picks it up. Boyd looking. Sends it back to Bates. Bates with a bouncing puck. And tipped in. Gourbold had that puck, but I could see it clearly from here. It was on its edge. He cut the blade around it, got it on net. I think it was tipped in, but I'm not sure by who, so I think Bates Gourbold's going to get the goal. Great shift there by that line. Boyd joined him there at the end to get the assist on the goal. And now the rest of his line will come out, which is Weinreich and Ryder Board. And then, of course, on D, we got Bates Gourbold, we've got Sawyer Roman and Coles back there as Bates hits the bench to get a few high fives from his buddies. And Sawyer Roman sends it up to Weinreich. Weinreich now with speed, trying to split the D, loses the handle. Picked up and off by Ryder, and no offside, so it's still in the zone. Boyd's going to send it deep to Weinreich, but it's picked off. Boyd gets a block. Weinreich one-hands it, sends it all the way to the point, but sent right back in. That's perfectly done, but then mishandled, and still strong on the point, and another shot from the point from Roman. That's Coles with the shot. Can he keep it in? No. She's going to take it in the neutral zone. D-to-D pass. Looked a little scary, but it worked out. Roman up to Boyd. Boyd sends it deep. Weinreich's in on that puck. Centering. Blocked by the goaltender. Chipped out into the neutral zone by Aspen. Good interception there from Nash. Sucic, who's out on left D now. Weinreich with a back check. Now Ryder, good stick handling from Aspen, but shut down there by Nash Sucic nicely. Weinreich working hard along the boards, gets it up to, who's out there? It's Ryder. Big shot up and high over Silas, behind the net. Almost squirted out in front there, but played nicely there by Coles. Coles now looking to find Boyd. No, that's Weinreich, sorry. Weinreich to Boyd. Boyd just wants to chip it. Gets across the red line to get his change. That line was out there for a little while. And here comes the Bastien line in full. All three, they come. Big collision there everyone's okay. Puck. Oh, wow. Still on sides was Chopko. That was pretty nifty. Can Nasucic keep it in? Yes. Oh, but it pops out, in and out, no call. Looked like offsides, but that's all right. Play on. Weinreich, sorry about that. That was Bastien. Here they come. That's Rizé and Sucic. That just cut him like a pair of scissors. Down he goes, and a nice defensive play leads to an icing. We're going to get a whistle, and it's going to come down the other way. The defense so important. Timeout Aspen for some reason. We're going to take a quick break. One to one after that timeout. There's 6:55 left in the second. Shots are 8-6. Vail's been surging, starting to take control of the game, but in the great tug of war that is a hockey game, I think I would sieve it slightly in favor of Vail, but only slightly, as Bastien wins that faceoff over to Rizé, and then it's picked up there by Denton. Sorry, that's the Bankert line. Sometimes I can't see all the way down there. So now coming the other way is Aspen. Rizé's got backup from Bankert. Bankert's going to wheel around, pick that puck up, try and break it out. Aspen getting in the way, but now here comes Garvey. Garvey and Denton into the zone. Garvey, shot, glove down. Rebound, centering! Almost to Denton there. Rizé decides to send it deep. Denton on the forecheck. Pops out to Rizé, who's just going to send it back down. Denton, nice handle of the puck. Sends it to himself. Looking up for Bankert. Centering pass. Now Aspen harassed by Denton and does get it out, but a great pickpocket almost from Bankert there. And it comes all the way down. This is Roman to Rizé. Rizé looking up. He has some space. Looking for that pass. Hits Bankert. Bankert with some good stick handling. He's looking where to go with it. Trying to have eyes in the back of his head. Skating along. Aspen puts a lot of pressure on. Vail's getting the change. Ryder Board gets the shot on net. Rebound. Cleared. Rebound again. Another save. Boyd's got it now. Takes his time. Looking. Kind of flubs the pass there to the corner to Ryder. Sticks tangled up. Coming out, sent around the other way. Weinreich has it. Boyd goes to the top of the slot. Ryder now has it alone in the corner. He's got some time. They collapse to the D. Big shot, tipped. Still a rebound alive. Great shot there from Coles and tipped by Boyd, but another great save from Gertie. That was a nice play. Ryder recognized that Aspen defense had collapsed down low, so he sent it up to the point, and Loden Coles has a cannon. He unleashed it. Boyd tried to get the tip in, but it couldn't work. Here's Aspen the other way. Silas with the save. Picked up by Boyd in the corner. Boyd looking for an outlet pass. There's not a lot to go with, so he tries to skate it, cross the red line, send it deep for the change, and does. If there's no pass there, don't force it. Get it across the red line and send it deep. That's what you're supposed to do. Nice work by Boyd there as the Bastien line comes out. Sawyer Roman with it, with speed around the outside, or around her own net. She's still going. Roman on her backhand, driving toward the net, looking for the centering. Centering on the backhand, now the rebound from January. He can't quite send it home. Chopko couldn't quite get a hold of it. Neither could January. They still have it behind the net. But Aspen's going to get a hold of that and try and break it out. Big step there from Roman. Keeps it in. Now the forecheck from Chopko. Bastine working in the corner. Sends it out to the point, but it's just wide of the mark as Nash Sucic was cheating in a little bit. And Bastine sent it to the point, and so it's all the way back in our zone. Breaking out. Here comes Bastine across the red line. Good backhand chip over to January. January working into the corner. Now Garvey's out there, having just come on. Garvey with fresh legs. Good back and forth. Good shielding. Frustrating that Aspen D. There's January with it still. January now to Garvey. Garvey to Bastine. Bastine deflected wide. Puck comes up and out. Coles. Big shot from Coles again and gloved nicely by Gertie. And now the Bankert line will join Garvey out there. Hopefully Garvey has enough gas left in the tank for a full shift. I'd love to see it. He had the interception that led to the goal that we currently have, but it's still, well, it's 2-1, I mean, Vail. That is nicing. So about 2 minutes run time in this second period. Vail's up 2-1. Bankert. Back on D is Bates at left. Pulls it right. And there's Bankert, just couldn't quite get a hold of it, so he's going to recycle in the neutral zone. Good skating there. Flips it up. Stick down by Garvey. Now Coles, nice pass over to Denton, who hits Bankert. Garvey stays on sides, but it gets poke checked away. Here comes Coles. Coles taking it deep. Coles can't quite get the shot off. Retreats back to his defensive position as Aspen tries to break it out, but they're stopped by Bates Gorbel. Pressure from Denton. Boyd sticks it down. Big shot, goes just a little bit wide. Cole steps in to keep it in there. Bankert's got him backed up. Now they switch back. Good stick there from Aspen. Boyd's in there to stop it, but it's a good pass up to, I think, Charlie J, who we know. 47 seconds left in this second period. Picked up there by Bankert. Bankert trying to get the backhand up. 1, 2, third time's the charm. Denton's still out there, I think, with Denton, Boyd, and Bankert right now. Shifts are a little bit akimbo, so that period break might help sort them back out. Here comes Bankert, cross the line. Probably just a little out of gas, but with 20 seconds left, who knows what'll happen here. Denton on the back check. Got to be getting a little tired. Second period's always really tough time to change because your bench on the far side. Ringed around to Boyd. He only has 5 seconds to do something with it. Just wants to clear it out and does. That'll do it for the second period. 2-1 Vail. Starting to see the tables tip in our direction. Aspen does not have a very full bench. I mean, I think they're playing with 9. That's really the absolute minimum number you want to have for a game, and unless you got 10 is even more ideal. That's kind of 2 full lines of skaters plus a goalie. And Aspen, I think, especially during a tournament, trying to play 2 games in one day with 9 is tough. We'll be back in just a second. All right, the Weinreich line out there with Boyd and Board, Ryder Board. I usually just call him Ryder because if I don't, I'll probably accidentally call him Boyd 90 times. And then Roman and Sucic there on D. Nice win of the faceoff, just wide of Sucic, so he's going to go pick it up in the corner. Looking up, sends it around to Roman. Good pickup by Roman and up to Boyd. Boyd handles it nicely. His pass is deflected down the ice, right toward the goaltender, who sends it over. Where is it? Wraparound try, rebound, no. And I couldn't quite see exactly who was doing what there. Sorry about that. It's a little tricky. Roman shot deflected wide. That's picked up by Weinreich. Weinreich now working it. Weinreich just missed it. He just had it slide off his stick as he tried to center it, and here comes Aspen the other way. Shot is a little bit wide, and Sucic coming at it. Vail just needs to add a little bit of energy to their mix here. Oh boy, that was a dangerous centering pass. Missed on by number 17 there, fortunately for Vail. I think Silas was in pretty good position, but that could have been a goal. And that would have made a tie game. Here goes Boyd the other way. Can he catch up to that puck? He puts good pressure on. A little help from Ryder Board. Boyd gets in the way, but couldn't quite take advantage of it. And here comes Sucic and Roman on D. Boyd, nice moves there from Aspen. This unselfish play there from 29 does not pay off as that pass went nowhere, fortunately for us. Good kick save there by January, and that puck is up and out into the neutral zone. And we're playing a little bit like we're in practice mode, not quite the speed and energy you want to see. I know it's the 6th period of hockey in the day for these young players, but if they want to come away with a win against this really good Aspen team, they're going to have to pick it up. The 3rd period is stop time. So in terms of the amount of ice time, I feel like the 3rd period, start of 3rd period is really more about like halfway through the game. So lots of hockey left, only a 1-goal lead. Bastien's line's out there with Bates and Rizet on D. Good stick there by January. He's having a nice game. Bastien, he's got, I think, 2 hat tricks on the year after that tournament in Aspen. Coming back out with it is Bates, getting it up to January. Good pressure from Aspen to keep it in, but it pops out. Bastien picks it up almost. Sent back in, but offsides. See if this line can add a little energy. Bastien on the face-off. Into the ref skates. Sent accidentally deep into the zone by Aspen. So there's January on the forecheck, acting as F1. But nice little move by Aspen to send it to their strong side. Picked off there. Now picked up again by Bastien. He's working that puck up the middle. Bastien can score. Gets his stick lifted. Gets it over. Almost on net. Again, centering. Oh! Good unselfish pass, but it wasn't on the tape. And so here comes Aspen the other way, flipping it ahead and broken up there by both defensemen. Rizet is going to skate it in. Oh, but not quite out of the zone was Cruz January. So offsides, and here comes the Bankert line. Maybe they're going to be the ones to bring a little sauce to the kitchen. Coles and Roman on D. Roman, Coles. Coles got a big shot. Passes it up to Garvey. Sends it deep to Bankert. Bankert wheeling. Sends it to Coles. There's that shot. Tipped. Saved. Rebound. Still bouncing around. No whistle. And I think Denton came away with it and skated around the net, but now it's out in the neutral zone again. Bumped up, kicked ahead, bouncing puck. Aspen comes away with it, enters the zone, stays on sides. They're in deep. And then here comes Garvey the other way after a nice tip away by Coles. He's got Denton with him on the inside, 2-on-2. Good back check from Aspen and an easy save there by Gertie. So it's still 2-1. Stop time, stop time, stop time, stop time. Stop time, stop time. I'm trying to send my ESP to the clock manager to remind him that third period stop time. Oh, and now it stopped. So what they usually do here is they'll like wait 10 seconds before they start it again. And they will. So here we go. This is the Bankert line out there, intercepted by Rizé, but sent in before Ryder could get it back out of the zone. That's the kind of play you don't see too often with this Vail team. Like, they're usually pretty good at tic-tac-toe, setting up, entering the zone, working that puck around low. We want to see some more of that. And they're going to call it intentional offside, so that's why the faceoff is in the center. Weinreich. Ryder. Weinreich. Tipped away. Scramble at the red line. Chipped up by Ryder. Aspen sends it all the way down to Sucic. Looks over to Boyd. Good look, but Boyd can't handle the puck. Down deep it goes. Weinreich's going to get there. Just a lot of little miscues that you don't see a lot like that from like Boyd missing that pass. Doesn't happen very often for this Vail team. Good save in there by Nash. Sucic sends another one. Tipped, rebound, blocked incredibly with a backhanded goalie save there from Gertie. He's a good goaltender. That was quite the move. That was a wide open net. And Silas January read that perfectly, let it go right by and past his net for an icing. He knew the whole time that was going to be an icing. And the Weinreich line still out there. Boyd, Ryder Boyd, and Alex Boyd with Bates Scorebold and at right D, Loden Coles. So let's see if Weinreich can win this one. Bangs out to Coles. He can't quite keep it in. Here comes a breakaway. Good speed there from Bates to get back and gets a stick on it. But it goes up into the air, and it was heading right toward that net on a kind of a lob. And Silas January made it outfielder baseball catch to stop that one. Got a really loud hockey team behind us. It's banging on the tent. We're going to have to make sure kids don't do that all winter long. Boyd goes down. Here comes a shot the other way. Picked up by Ryder. Ryder kicking it ahead. Trying to get it up and out, but can't. Aspen in the slot, has it, shot. January with a save. Aspen is threatening. Here comes Weinreich. Weinreich's going to skate it. He's got Boyd with him. And then Ryder the other way. They go for the change while Weinreich goes in, gets the shot blocked, still has it, and sends it deep to get his change. He knows January can get there, but now it's Roman. Deflected by Aspen. Now Cruz January sending it deep. Cruz. Breaking it out now is Aspen's coming the other way as loud music's coming at us from the locker room behind me, but hopefully you can't hear that too much. Here comes Rizé. Now January centering. Oh, and Bastien had a chance. Couldn't quite get a handle on it. Chopko, big shot, saved. Rebound squirts out, but Aspen's going to come away with it. They're trying the long stretch pass, and it goes all the way down for icing. 8:37 stop time, 2-1. Aspen shots right now are 20-8 in favor of Vail, but Gertie's been the difference. Bastien at the center. Door goes open. Got to blow the whistle. Nope, they're just going to close it. Here comes Bastien. Shot. It's just a little wide. Picked off. And Aspen is trying to send the cherry picker, and that's way offsides. Aspen's trying the cherry picker and the stretch pass to try and get one. The defense are going to have to be aware of that. Kind of the next best thing to pulling the goalie is trying that cherry picking method. It leaves you in a 5-on-4 in your own zone, but it gives you the chance to maybe get a breakaway. Bankert, Garvey. Bankert, and Garvey. Garvey, Bankert, and it's up into the netting. I feel like I'm surrounded by a flock of geese. There's like 23 kids all around me squawking. Here we go. That is Garvey sending it all the way back to Coles. Coles, big shot. Gloved down by Gertie. Boy, 21 saves for him today at the very least, and I'd say about half of those are on quality scoring chances at least. Really good goaltending. Bankert out there, Denton on his left, Garvey at his right, Roman behind him with Coles. Trying to get it to Coles, hits the ref's stick. Ends up with Roman, sends it deep safely to avoid it being blocked. Really smart, because if the defender blocks that, it can be a breakaway the other way. Roman. It's Coles with it in his own zone. Gets it back up to Garvey. Can't quite get a hold of it. That's the kind of slight miscue we've seen. Good pickup by Denton. Denton on the backhand. Rebound. Oh, that was a really nice play there. Here comes Aspen the other way. Good back check. Helping out Rizé on D there. Wheeling it around, and that's going to give plenty of time for Coles to pick up that bouncing puck. Deflects it off the boards to Bankert. And here comes Charlie J, and he gets taken down by Denton, and that'll be 2 minutes for tripping. Charlie J was breaking toward the net. Denton went for the poke check, got skates instead. Most common penalty in hockey. .705 stop time. Now you're starting to feel it. These third periods are long. They're about the equivalent of the two other periods combined. River Klug at center there for Aspen. We know him well. Charlie J at right. They've got a good power play. Let's see if we can kill it off. That's Rizé out there on left D, along with Weinreich and Boyd to kill this penalty on offense, and Roman at the other right D. Boyd misses it. That's the kind of thing, like I say, Boyd doesn't do that very often. He's been missing some pucks. Centering pass to River. He can't finish. Weinreich now with it. Sends it over to Rizé. Rizé, nice cutback. Roman has it. Roman just sends it down deep, stopped by Charlie J. Sent over to the other Aspen player. He's walking it in, shot, and what a big save by Silas January. That was going straight into the upper right-hand corner. I think that was, I'm not trying to see if I know that Aspen player. He was walking it in like he was walking the dog in the park, and he had a clear shot to the upper corner, and Silas January said no. Put that big glove out, made the save, and it is still 2-1 Vail. This game is in balance. 47 seconds left on that power play for Aspen. They're 1 minute, 30-second penalties. Cleared up and out, and poked ahead almost by Weinreich. That was a good play by Rizé to get it out. Now he'll do some work with Boyd to do it again. Rizé with time, just skating, looking. Plenty of time. Oh man. That was like one of those offsides in soccer. Weinreich was halfway to the goal. He's like, dude, I'm open, hit me. Down in the slot. And then he goes, you could see it almost on his face. That puck's halfway to him. He goes, oh, shoot. I'm on the wrong side of the blue line. Forgot about that one. Would have been a nice shorthanded goal. 24 seconds left on the penalty kill here. 2-1 Vail. All to play for. 5:58 left in the third. New set of penalty killers out there. That's Bastien winning that puck. Coles out there with Nasucic and Chopko. Aspen's going to regroup in their zone. They got 10 seconds left on this before Denton's out. Cleared up to Bastien. Takes it across the red line, and now Denton's free of the sin bin. He's going to go let Cruz January take his place. So now we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Coles, D to D, over to Nash. Up, just a little bit off the mark, and out it comes. couldn't quite get back on sides. And so we are going to see new pair of deep, or we're going to leave the Bastien line out there. So that'll be Bates, Gorbold, and Roman at right. Center there is Bastien again, and nearest to us on left wing, Cruz January. Far side, Chopko. Back to Bates, just in time, banks it up off the boards toward January. Aspen doing a good job shutting down those passing lanes. Here comes Bastien, wheeling, turns right, left, shot through the legs of the defender to screen the goalie, but it was just wide. All the way out to the red line, rolling puck. Those are hard to handle. Good job there. And it's a nice backhand up to Bankert, who's out there now. Bankert around the outside. He's got Garvey with him, too. And Cruz January still out there. Can't really see what's going on in the corner, but pops out behind Aspen's net. Here comes Aspen the other way. Centering, kick hit out of the air by January with his big goalie stick. He's locked in today, is January. Here comes Bankert wheeling. Good pass up, off the skates of Garvey. Can he get there? He does. Sends it deep because he wants a shift. Here comes Ryder Board. And down goes Denton. He hit the boards pretty hard, skidded out. He's going to limp back toward the ice, or toward the bench. Got his family just to my right. He definitely hit those boards pretty hard. He was heading toward that net, driving hard, and Denton went into those boards. They're talking to him, and this is going to be... He's moving around just fine. He's putting his arms up. That's usually what they do when they think it's the wind knocked out of him. So hopefully he's okay. Picked up there by Ryder Board. He's coming in. He's got Weinreich in the center with him. Boyd behind the play. And just in time is Coles with that big banger, and he almost took that poor kid's leg off. Thought it was going to be like Monty Python there with the Black Knight for a second. That shot was so hard. Dismemberment was on the menu. Boyd trying to get it back into the zone. It's Weinreich. A good cutback there by the Aspen player, and then Boyd gets it. Sends it back into the zone. Picked up by Weinreich. Boyd skates into the zone well ahead of Weinreich, and again, that is a mistake that you do not usually see from this team. I think the last time Alex was guilty of an offsides that blatant, he might have still been a mite. Sorry, buddy, you're my son, so I can say those things. Bastien at center. Over to Nash. Sucic is out there with Bates on D, and that's picked up by Chopko. January waiting in front of the net. Bastien gets his stick lifted, couldn't get it to him. Aspen still has hope. They're coming along the outside, pushed outside. Centering pass, picked off by Bastien. And then Bastien collides with Ryan. And I would say that was quote unquote accidentally. Here comes January the other way. Bastien in the center. Shot is wide from 2 minutes and 20 seconds to play as that shot was wide from Cruz January, and scramble along the boards there. Chopko trying to come away with it. Roman has it. Nice D to D, but it's, again, a little bit off. Here comes Rosé. Rosé, ooh, good shot, good save. Scramble on the side of the net. Can Aspen come away with it? 2 minutes to play. 2-1 Vail. Remember, this tournament is scored by period score, so you want to win every single period. If they don't get a goal, this is a tie period. Pass is wide. All the way up to Denton, who's back on the ice. No problemo. He's all good. He comes around the outside. Another power move. Well played. And he's got it What a move by Denton. Kind of faked that he was going to power move, and then he faked that he was going to try and tuck it away, and he ended up with a great play, but a good save again by Gertie. We're going to have Aspen to not use the Steamboat goalie anymore. He's too good. Good defensive play by Bates there. Aspen with it in the slot, turning, poked away by Denton. Sent deep, cleared now by Coles and Bates. Coles has it. He skates it out of the zone, looking up. Shovels it forward. Aspen. Oh, Denton in the way again. Can he get there? Almost gets a hold of it. Banker just fans on it. Puck that was sitting out there. Now it's Ryder with the shot into the chest of the goalie, but a good sequence there. 37.2 to go. Vail holding on to victory here. Certainly outshooting the other team. There's no question about that. As that 23-11 shots on goal numbers are probably pretty accurate, I think. Now it's the Bankert line. The Weinreich line. Wins it over to Ryder on the backhand. Stopped. Weinreich. Now Boyd on his left. He's got Ryder behind him there if he wins it back there with a backup from Nash. Rize's on left D. Good pressure. Good move by Aspen, but picked off by Rize. Good centering. Blocked just in time by Nasucic. Ryder with a bouncing puck, just trying to clear it. Sends it all the way down for the icing. 13.8 seconds, and coach is going to leave him. No, he's not. Oh, well, that's because Ryder wanted a shift. So you've got Bankert now at left. Weinreich's going to take the center. Boyd's out there with him. And it's a good win. 12 seconds. Up and out. And here goes Weinreich trying to get one more. That'll help in the standings. It still matters to score. 3-2. And that'll do it. So a good win from Vail. They're going to be 1-1 on the day. Pay attention to the scores per period. In this tournament, the first tiebreaker is how you do period by period. Great seeing you guys. That was great. Great seeing y'all. Absolutely. So every period is like its own little mini game, and that score is kept on the board here in Vail. So take a peek at that, or ask somebody to take a picture of it for you, because that may end up mattering. Vail is 1-1 heading into 2 games tomorrow. This is fun. Can't wait. So glad we have this rodeo rink to play. We'll see you tomorrow.